It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and end. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Just like that. Imagine that. Isn't that awesome?
I love that opening song, man.
It's just
You know, it
Yep.
gets me going. I get goosebumps. I kind of like it, you know?
you know, I get the talent we have, Mike. The talent that we have on the side of the support is just
Well, I can
amazing.
say that, Tom, you've been up for a couple hours like myself, and you've been fired up all morning, man. You've
Yeah.
been,
Okay, but I start,
I know. Yeah,
I
You get your
shouldn't
shit
have
to-
this much, Mike. This is
that's good.
too much.
You get the Tom Brady videos going, getting you all charged up. Huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, right?
The guy's the man, dude. The guy is the man. I'll give you that, man.
We will never
You-
see anything like that ever again.
Nah, never.
Never. I mean, he was just on point with all the. It just, we again blessed. Thank you, thank you. Red Sox, we had them.
Can never take that away from us either, Tom.
Nope.
Those 6 rings.
We
forever.
own that.
No, I haven't watched him as a commentator, and I've heard different things, but it just takes a little time. I mean, you're gonna get used to it. You know, you're not gonna.
It's different looking at the field versus being on it. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. See, a lot of people that played the game, I know some people that were actually pro athletes, and they'll never go to a game to watch it. They go to the stadium and watch it because
Right.
it's totally different. It's completely different.
It's hard for me to play. It's hard for me to watch a hockey game. It's
Right.
I
Yeah. You want to be on the ice.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
hit them with it. But look at this stupid stuff. You know.
Right. Well, hey, that's good. I like
Speaking
that.
about stupid stuff, can we
Yeah.
talk about Sue O'Connell?
Oh my goodness.
Stupid stuff.
She got blasted yesterday on X, dude.
What has changed from when I was Sue O'Connell? You remember me, right? I was the one out front interviewing you and talking to you and introducing you to all these different people, part of the movement. Remember, I'd go grab somebody and bring them to you, and you had donuts, and I brought you donuts and stuff. Remember that, Sue? Get your own donuts. I'm good.
I tell you what, though, the
No
glare,
donuts, Sue. I'm not giving her any more donuts.
the glare had a post last night, and if we can, maybe someone can pull it up later. But he asked Sue O'Connell, "Why didn't you ask these questions or talk about these talking points in your interview?" And it was like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 talking points about, why did this happen? Why didn't this happen? Why should we be talking to people in Canton? Why, maybe you have some notes about it, Tom. But it was really well written, and I was like, that makes complete sense to me, man. Why don't you talk about those things?
She's not a reporter, and I'll tell you
Right.
right now why she's not.
Why?
Has she made a comment about the gift that Proctor's wife was going to get? Has
Yeah.
she reported on that?
Nope. Not
Did
that I'm
she-
aware of.
Did she report on Officer Wanless, who touched the back of Karen's vehicle? Did she report about that?
No.
Why? Well, geez. Did she report about John's truck that was damaged, that some magic fairy came and fixed?
Nope.
Officer Wanless fixes vehicles, by the way.
Yeah, who was Kitten PD is now retired.
Retired. Yep.
Yep.
Did she report on Fanning?
Nope.
He's the jury babysitting guy, right?
He was.
But she's complaining about us. Who? What? We've been targeted. We're the ones being targeted here, and I'll tell you how. You ready? And
You know, watch out for those ducks, Tom.
Mike, targeted.
I know you were, bro. I know you were.
I'm being targeted
I saw
by
that.
this
Yeah.
guy here. I'm trying to find it now.
Tim Taylor, right?
Yeah, let me share this.
I saw that.
What
I
a
talked
guy.
about it one day. Maybe it was the other night, and it was pretty bad, man. It was like, wow, Tommy.
This is the story here. Okay. This
Mhm.
guy here, Rich,
I like
he
his
brought
dog.
he brought dogs. He brought rubber ducks around, and obviously it's against the law. We're legitimate. We're talking about rubber ducks, legitimately.
Right.
Um,
These ones.
here is this one.
These are in my hot tub, by the way. When we bought, like, so we got these just so you know.
Mike,
That's the
that's
reason
a
why we had them.
felony. You're
I
looking to
know.
go back to the big house?
No, I don't want to go back.
Walpole, dude. It's hard time, man. You breaking rocks. So check this out, Mike.
Yeah.
Detective Taylor was also watching Tom CPU, who he calls a known vocal member of the Free Karen Reed movement, who has had several interactions with the Canton Police Department. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about one of the interactions where one of the brother-in-laws of the chief of police comes out of the crowd and hits me in front of everybody. There's 20 cops doing details. Nobody sees a thing, of course. Would you expect anything less? So,
No.
like this whole thing, and there's people in the crowd. Did they take any witness statements?
Nope.
Did they talk to anybody in the crowd?
Nope.
Why?
Because he's the ex-brother-in-law of Chief Rafferty. And then he jumps into a cruiser.
Right into the front seat.
Right.
Like-
Now, what civilian can enter a police car in the front seat without being arrested while it's parked?
He's in it.
I mean-
He owns that vehicle. He's right at, like Mike. He opened it like he owned it.
You were walking with Paul Cristofaro.
Yeah,
Right?
just
He was
walking right down the
you were just taking video of people in line. I watched it happen on live, and then all of a sudden you see the phone just go to the ground, and you're getting back up, and
ducks.
it's like,
Mike,
what?
rubber ducks.
I know.
Freaking rubber ducks. Not that, Mike.
But we're not talking about who's throwing balloons on lawns with bleach and all kinds of chemicals in it.
And
That
we're
went
sure
away.
not talking about the murder of a Boston cop.
Right. That's
Ducks.
the
Ducks.
distraction. That's
Ducks,
the
right.
distraction. Yep.
Littering.
Bullshit.
Littering.
Fucking joke, dude. Pulling fucking video from every fucking business on Washington Street, Bolivar Street. I mean, more video than they pull for John. Right? Ever. So that's a tell to me. Like, okay, you have the ability and the knowledge to figure this out. Why didn't you do it on January 29th, 2022?
Again, did Sue O'Connell ask about the white Jeep that was parked out front, or wasn't parked out front, or was somewhere else, or we don't even know about this white Jeep?
That was actually in part of testimony in court. So it's not like it's a hearsay. It's not part of a hearsay. Jen McCabe fucking said there was a white Jeep out there.
Dude, the guys that pulled up in the truck, a minute later, it was invisible. They drove over the fucking thing. It blended in with the snow.
That's right. That's right, man. It was
No,
never
it's
there.
wrong. It's all wrong. Listen, can I play a YouTube thing? I mean, TikTok thing.
I don't care. You got the
Will I get
control.
popped for TikTok, guys?
Well, is it copywritten with music or anything like that?
It's a TikTok that somebody made.
Well, yeah, I don't think as long as it's not like a motion picture. Okay, yeah.
No, she's on the Karen Reed side, but I don't have I didn't specifically ask her if I could use her stuff, like if I could play it.
Oh,
So I don't know how that goes, and I don't want. I'd rather err on the side of caution. I don't want to get her mad at me.
Well, anytime you can get a message out that's good, Tom. I don't get like even whether it's yours or whether it's somebody else's.
I think it's a pretty good message.
Well, then as long as we give that person credit about what they did, I think that's fine. Don't you?
Okay. Let me get this up on the screen because I think this is the next best thing that's the sliced bread. You guys got Colleen. By the way, Colleen was a great interview. You guys did great with that.
Thank you.
That was a good one. But like, this is my Colleen. This video here.
Okay,
Check
bring it, man.
this out.
Oh, is that Boozy Betty?
Yeah. Listen to this.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Oh,
He's
Poor
not.
thing.
He's not fired. He's not fired. Trust me, I see your comments in all the headlines of all this hoopla going on about Michael Proctor and him being fired, not being fired. But riddle me this: if you're going to believe media that most likely has A, all similar sources, or B, sources within Massachusetts State Police who have knowingly lied to these same media sources before, I need all of you to put your critical thinking caps on for a second into question. Maybe the Massachusetts State Police would withhold his termination for a reason, because what happens after an officer is suspended or fired, there's an appeals process. And we already know Michael Proctor 100% is going to go through with an appeal. And it would make sense why Massachusetts State Police would not come out with a media statement until after that appeals process is over. I also want to leave a little tidbit in saying that nothing good ever comes out of a Discord server. And if you know, you all aren't ready for this one. Have a seat. Have a seat. We have an update on the lead.
She is dynamite. She just nails it on every part, everything she does, Mike. She's dynamite. She's my new favorite.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
that's good. Can we get her on sometime this week? You think?
Maybe. Mods.
I don't know. Let's get it going. They've been doing a great job lately. I mean, they got Colleen on. We had Kristen was on the other night too.
Great job.
Yep. Yeah, I think was that her first time being on a live stream?
No, she's done a lot of lives for me. She's been on the other end of the camera holding it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does great.
Yeah, she did good. But Colleen went off. Yeah, Colleen definitely went off. And then
rightly so. The poor guy's getting friggin' lambasted for doing his job. You wouldn't go to work to that. Would you want to walk into your front door of your work that you built to deal with that headache?
No.
That's not why you built it, and that's not why you did those long hours, and you didn't do it to be put up. No.
So it was really good to hear some of the stuff that we didn't hear, and it's on film now. And some of the people on X the following day were just kind of critical of her, and I was like, "Fuck off, dude."
Yep.
Why would you they pay their taxes? Someone else doesn't pay their taxes.
They employment to other people. I mean, come on.
Right. And you know what she said to me, which I couldn't believe? They're only allowing her 8 pieces of equipment on her property.
See the hands. They put handcuffs. That's what they're doing. Is they're putting her, Mike. They're limiting that business's ability to do business. How can they throttle a business like that, Mike? But hey, she ought to get into the freaking sign company. They'll throw a sign up in her front yard. What do you think, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Make her own company.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great idea.
We'll get a little 10 by 10 square foot pad, right? Make it cement, put a little sign up.
Yeah. But she put up there, not a cut through to the people behind her. That whole story in itself is nuts. And I don't have the time to go over it, but go back and watch it.
You can't go over it. It's so much.
Because there really is a lot that's happened to that business that is just like, you don't have time to really figure it out. But know this, they have a lawyer and they get summons to Superior Court, and guess what the judge is? Cut on. So I'm like, oh no. But they said they have a plan. They didn't want to talk about it. They have a plan. And some other people chimed in yesterday on the X thread that they have the F&F has a real good case because they can't rezone that property. They never should have.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna back off on that.
Yep. No.
So Colleen's very smart. People say, like, do you think you know what? She's smarter than you think.
Again.
And imagine this: she's got a twin.
No.
She does. She does.
I don't want to imagine that. I'm good. No.
Anyways, moving on.
Mike,
Just big shout out to Colleen.
All you guys did great job. I
Very
just
good.
I had a wicked bad cell area, so that wasn't happening.
Okay, well, you were
check
popping
this
on,
out.
but you
Yeah.
were loud. You were kind of loud, but as long as you were on mute, you were fine. What's up?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I hear that a lot. Check this out. This
What do you got?
you're not
I
gonna
know.
believe this, Mike.
I know.
You ready?
Flip ahead.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
go. Yeah.
Sitting down, obviously, but watch this.
Later on in the early morning hours, at approximately 4:50 a.m., the oldest child's iPad begins to visit websites that concern how long does it take for a dead body to smell. Later on in the
Right.
Guess who the investigator was there?
Michael.
And he found that Google search, didn't he?
Well, Garino did, yeah. Right? On his kid's
Found
iPad.
that Google search.
On his son's iPad.
But
Not
they
not
found
even
that
Walt.
Google search, right?
Oh yeah, and they're
Check-
using it.
They
And they're
found
using
that.
it, and they're using it in the open statement. Right? There's part of it. They admitted that to. Now let's see if Auntie lets that in for evidence. But in the pretrial, obviously she did, right? Because he's talking about it.
Just like that.
Bullshit. Bullshit, dude.
Just like that.
And then when she ever let in the screenshot of Colin's phone with that talking to Allie, without I'm here picking up that kind of one, without any kind of verification or authenticity, was fucking sussy. Suspect, dude. Big time. And every time the defense wanted to put something in, they had a voir dire. A whole thing about these are experts they're bringing up there. Green, another doctor. Good.
Keep that thought, right?
Right.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Check this out. Let me pause this. Oh. I'm glad on that note because it's perfect. Come on.
Hey, Etsy, good luck today. Kick some ass.
Where's she going?
She's going to meet with a state rep.
Oh, good
Yeah,
for her.
Yeah, she's got some fucking. She's all in, man. She went to the state house and protested by herself yesterday.
Okay.
Instead of writing a letter to
course
Sue
she did.
O'Connell, and she went right to the state house with a sign by herself and stood out there. Now that's all in. Go ahead. I'm going to interrupt you, but
listen,
she
again,
deserves a shout out. Yeah.
being blessed with people like this that are taking the time out to go and do that. And she's getting,
Right.
look at this. She's going to meet somebody today.
Right.
It's that persistent effort that we're not going to quit, right?
No,
She's
she's not
always
gonna-
out there every freaking day. She's out there. I see a sign with her out there.
Yep.
So
Yes.
on that note, Mike, listen to this.
His boozy.
Implicates Brian Higgins on something.
She's
Do you
smart.
all remember this from trial?
So we socialized more when I started working with his unit.
All of this was filed on September 11th, but I noticed something very particular about this screenshot. Under number 4, it says motion for leave to file transcript of May 24th, 2024, sealed sidebar under seal with certificate of service filed by Karen's lawyers. Number 5, temporarily impounded transcript of May 24th, 2024, sealed sidebar by Karen's lawyers. Guess who was the only person that testified on May 24th, 2024?
At the formal interview, which is what I'm going to call that.
Okay.
The formal interview, you were asked about Brian Albert and his reputation, were you not? Yes or no?
Yes.
And here's the clip that I need you all to see.
You indicated in that formal interview that even Chief Berkowitz was
Objection.
quote, a little afraid of Brian Albert.
All right, so that is the objection sustained. That's stricken. I'll see you at sidebar.
Mike,
Yo.
I'll see you at sidebar.
Mm. I know.
And he's the only one that's just him.
Yep. Something's coming up, bro. Something's gonna happen.
She's smart to pick up on that, Mike. That's good.
What's her background? Does she get some legal background? Is she like just flip ahead? She just knows what she.
I
Yeah.
think she's like flip ahead. I think she just gets it and just runs with it.
Yeah. Olivia or something like that. Yeah, she's
Right.
good.
Right on the money. Right on the
Does
money.
Now, does she have an X account? Does she Boozy Betty? I think I've seen her on X. Yeah. Okay.
I think so. But
All right.
for me, it's easy to find her on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok, but whatever.
All right.
Anyway, that's interesting. What do you think? So the sidebar, they go to the sidebar, the defense,
And
all
they're
three
talking
of them.
about
That question about
Yes.
Short and Shiny being intimidated by Brian
Albert.
Allen.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine
Interesting.
that. And on one of her videos, I want to answer her if she ever watches this. On one of her videos, she questioned where Brian went, Brian Higgins. The timeline makes sense that Brian Higgins went from 34 Fairview all the way to Norfolk and knocked on somebody's door who happened to be maybe Short and Shiny, and maybe someone who was the female chief of police may have answered the door at the same house
Oh,
to let them know of what happened, because you killed two birds, one stone, especially if
I didn't realize they
two
shack up
birds
together.
in the same nest.
They shack up together? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but
I knew they were.
oh, they
you
know.
know,
Sorry, no. I was corrected. They've never dated. Yes, that's what
Okay.
they never dated. Is the correct
Okay.
terminology, she said. So yeah,
Okay, that could mean a lot of different things, right?
I
Well,
guess.
yeah. Well, we know what that means.
So, but I think he went from there to Norfolk and back to the Canton Police Department.
And he was back in Canton Police at like 1:30, right?
That's about right.
And that
Time
would
to
give
go
you
knock on the door and say, "Hey, yo, what's up,
we're
everybody?"
fucked.
Yep.
Yeah, we're fucked. And then those butt
You can't
dials.
use a cell phone. You can't use a cell
No,
phone.
no. And he knows that. He knows that.
So doesn't
And-
the other one. But
and
they're
then
so
all of a sudden-
confident. They're so confident that they're gonna
They
get
have-
away with it. They know they
Yeah.
can just quick. Yeah, okay, yeah, quick. Yeah, okay, quick.
Those
Quick.
butt dial at 2:22 in the morning was I need help.
Listen, how many
with
butt dials you make last night, Mike?
0.
You sleep with your phone?
It's next to me. I listen to a podcast. Yeah, but I
How many
don't.
butt dials?
None. It's physically impossible. And Yannetti explains why it's impossible, because it'll go to voicemail, right?
Oh, you gotta
And
hit
you can't-
send.
Yeah.
There's a
So
button.
like the only time I think I would make a butt dial was like a flip phone or something stupid back in the day, or a BlackBerry when I had a BlackBerry. So I don't know. Those are only like when I was at work, and then that would be because I was sitting in an office chair. It was in my back pocket. You know, I'm not sleeping with my phone. It's not at my bedside table.
No.
How do I make a butt dial?
I mean, listen,
Right? We forget more than we remember.
Eh.
Right now, if the jury can remember the shit like this, or if the jury wasn't decimated by removing people, you might have a shot here.
they convolute the entire thing. Doesn't matter. They just throw it out there, and the jury's got to absorb it because they're not supposed to know about the case, right?
Yeah.
So they only know what they were given.
That's right. Now, let me ask you
We
a
know
question.
more than they do.
When Brian Higgins was being interviewed, they were leaving and coming back. The juries were leaving and coming back in at certain times, right? They were getting, like, Brian was being asked questions that they couldn't hear.
Yes.
Why couldn't they figure out what's going on here? And what's the other interview or
They have
process?
no idea, Mike. That's the
Right.
thing. It's just,
That's
how would you know? They have just,
Scary, isn't it, Tom? Scary.
what's scary is that you have the guy at the Norfolk District Attorney's Office overseeing the entire freaking jury. Why is
Well,
they
fair.
doing that? Of
Yeah,
all,
fair.
they have
Yeah.
they pay jury people to do that, Mike. We met some of them. The jury guys are pretty decent guys.
So why was he put in place? You know why.
So
You know why.
listen, I've been making a list.
Okay.
So Matt Farwell, did he retire?
Matthew Farwell,
Yes,
he's not a police officer anymore, nor can he be
Right.
one. Right.
but he's retired.
Let's call him not. Yeah,
All
okay.
right, we'll call him retired. William
All right.
Devine, did he retire?
I'm not sure.
How about Robert Devine? Did he retire?
I'm not sure.
But then none of them are cops, right?
Right.
And then Josh Hill from Abington, did he retire?
No.
But he's
Right. Oh, did he military? Did he go military or something? Or
getting paid till February 2023, which is coming up. Or already passed a year ago. He
Yeah,
stopped getting
yep.
paid.
wow,
He was a school resource officer, by the way.
that's I remember that in Abington.
Same one that
Yeah.
took advantage of Sarah Birchmore. So why is he allowed to like not be part of this? So the deputy chief of Abington. No, I'm sorry. The chief of police of Abington. Did he retire?
Was it the woman or the
No,
guy?
the
Abington?
Abington.
Okay.
Okay. I have Abington police chief here. They
Okay.
said the deputy chief, who I believe is the female from Stoughton, who's the chief now, that lady.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think it's
McNamara.
that lady. I think she
Yeah.
was deputy chief then. I think
Right.
she went to the Abington chief and said, "Hey, we're investigating Heel," and that's where that audio came out. That audio of them saying, "Well, we asked him and he said this, and now he's not talking." Blah blah blah.
Okay.
So the deputy chief, who's now the chief of Stoughton, is that the same lady?
McNamara.
I don't know her name.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put her on my list if she doesn't belong there. She's the one
Right.
that speaks in front of the microphone saying that how bad it was for Sandra.
Right. Right. When the dispatcher never gave her the note, but gave it to Farwell instead.
Right. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, she knew about it.
I think she was the chief of police, deputy
She
chief
wa-
beforehand, before she became chief. But we'll keep her off. So the Papa is the Abington chief. He's retired.
Okay.
All right. Did the Stoughton chief that was chief at the time, did he retire?
Yeah.
Okay, so we put him down.
Hmm.
That's 2 police chiefs,
Mm. And you got Berkey. They retired. Yeah.
3 police chiefs.
Yep.
Do they need to bump in their retirement pay that bad? I mean, really? They're making enough
Hmm.
money now.
Yeah. So when you go from deputy chief to chief, obviously that's a bump in the monthly check, right? I don't know
Sure
how
is.
much. Right.
It's a whole nother step thing. You can start making this up step raise.
Wow.
It goes back to the bargaining agreement, what they have.
Collective bargaining.
Town. No, it's with the town, the contract.
Oh.
Right? Town. That's why the selectmen renewed the chief of police's contract.
For 1 year, right? For a year.
Yep. And I mean, you could have, everyone in town could have wrote in a letter. It wouldn't matter. They
All
just
right. I know.
hire
I
it.
know.
So,
And it was unanimous, 5-0.
all right, listen, Gallagher, is he retired?
He put his papers in.
So we call him
But-
retired.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
yeah. I don't know.
We'll call him retired.
I don't know.
time.
Maybe October 1st was his last day. Maybe. But he was involved with the Ducky Gate for a little bit. But go ahead.
What about Wanless? Did he retire?
He did.
Higgins, did he retire?
Not quite sure. Not quite sure. What he's the mystery guy. He's the ghost, man. I don't know where he is.
Brian Albert retire?
Yep. Any firefighters retire? You know of?
Well, we're not done yet. All
Okay.
right, Berkowitz, did he retire?
He did. Yeah.
Courtney Proctor.
She resigned. She resigned. Well,
Oh, her
you know,
retired. No,
rightfully. Okay, we'll call it
Retired.
retirement. All right,
retired.
okay.
Out to pasture. Proctor. We don't know
Yeah, he's
He'll
suspended.
be
I would-
there. Retired.
yeah.
We're going to put him retired pile.
But I don't think he's going to get a kiss though with only 10 years in. But who knows? He might. Whatever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14.
Well-
14. But there's no conspiracy. There's nothing to see here. And you know what? If these 14 people, Mike, all had the same type of cancer, you would start asking yourself, wait a minute, is there something that is going on with the police departments that's causing this cancer? Would you not ask that question?
I would ask that question. And then you have. Can I add one to that?
Yes.
You have State Police Officer Dunn, Dunne. And then you have Kevin Albert that got suspended.
But he's
Then
back
you-
on the job.
But then you have retired Officer McCourt. that retired too, right after the Birchmore case. Okay.
McCourt.
Yeah. No one knows about him. No one talks about him, and no one talks about Dunn, D-U-N-N-E. I'm telling you, from the state police. I know Eve. Eve
Yeah.
knows.
And you know who else knows is Justin Roots.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And Kerry B. I think Kerry also on X knows about Dunn. Yeah, he retired in 2023. Yep.
I mean, Mike, I have a list here. All these people are involved in the Sarah Birchmore,
Sandra.
Karen Reed.
Yep.
Sandra.
Yep. And we could probably connect some dots with Casey.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how many we have to time. That's something we need to dig into because it's getting some traction, bro.
Well,
I know that we
Mike,
visited the
listen,
site.
Mike,
Yeah.
these are people that we know that were involved. We haven't even done the body list yet.
Oh my God. I know.
We
We have,
haven't
you and I have.
yes,
You and I have,
but
but we haven't.
dude, there's
Yeah.
there's more.
Right. I think it was Dennis Sullivan's wife during a phone call to the
Yes.
select board
Yep.
read him off.
She just went through the numbers like no one's business. And
Unsolved,
I
you know,
don't
bodies. Right. And it was mind blowing. If you didn't hear it, you got to watch it. Maybe she'll do it again. But it's the same list that I read before. It was in a Facebook post. Someone anonymous did it, and I did my homework, and it was true. 8 bodies in 8 years. That's what we found out about the Jane Doe and Ponkapaw that no one really talks about because, like you said, everybody has a history. And I was trying to catch on what you were saying. I'm like, what do you mean by that? There's a paper trail somewhere, but they're not looking for it.
Okay.
A 60-year-old lady found in the Ponkapaw Pond, and no one said shit. No one knows about it. Craig Casey found an hour after they cleared the crime scene or the accident scene. An hour later. You know, they had DPW there taking down trees. They had, you know, firefighters there. They had everybody there with the car wreck. And then no one sees them? What are we? Are we incompetent? Are we incompetent?
But it doesn't matter because again, the chief determined that it wouldn't matter. Didn't matter. Wouldn't matter. She knows this as fact.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She's a doctor now.
If
Just
we had
like-
found him,
Just like all the Canton people are mechanics, because John's vehicle was never inspected in any way by anybody.
no, it wasn't.
They didn't look at it. They
Nope.
didn't bring it to get inspected to see if it was
Nope.
damaged.
Nope.
But yet they make that determination, just like the Rafferty says, it didn't matter. You know, hey,
Right. That was kind of fucked up when she said, you know what?
It's a
Even
lot
if we had
fucked up.
if we had found him, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyways. I'm like, who the
Oof.
fuck says that? Who
Wow.
says that?
the poor guy.
Who says that?
I
Imagine that. Having the balls to say, yeah, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyways, even if we had found him at the, previously. Bullshit.
oh, we love cops. We love them. But the ones that aren't like,
Why
listen
are
to
you
people
guys gonna,
retiring.
why are you guys gonna rock the boat? You guys are just haters. Yeah, okay. You're damn right we are. Well, hey, by the way, great post the last night about the questions that Sue O'Connell should have fucking asked or talked about. Fucking right, brother.
Again,
are
I got a
awesome.
whole list of shit for Mrs. O'Connell next time. She ain't getting no more donuts. Screw her. Done with her. Done.
Tom, speaking about retirement, maybe she should put in her papers.
Yeah. But she ain't
'Cause
getting any more donuts. She screwed herself with the donut. thing.
I'm totally boycotting her. I'm not going to read any of her shit. I'm going to block her. I'm not going to even listen to her nonsense anymore because you know what? She's part of the mainstream bullshit.
It's exactly what she is.
She says she's not. She won't talk about but she is.
If anything, again, we're the ones being targeted. Get out of here with this bullshit saying that we're the ones. I mean, come on. What have we done? What? Nothing. We've done standouts around the country, around the freaking world. We've
Right.
got more people to see the Karen Reed tragedy.
Right.
We've,
And she wants us to write letters.
Rita and the Dennis Sweeney had stuff thrown on their lawn that could potentially hurt somebody. Nothing done about that, Mike. There was
Nothing.
there's a freaking landscape company made Scarecrow and put a bale of hay, made a real nice
Oh.
little display. It got
Yeah.
fucking destroyed.
That's right.
9 cameras looking at it. You think you think they cared about the Scarecrow? No.
No. With the Lapaletta
But these
brothers, right?
fucking
They
rubber
put
ducks. These
yeah.
rubber ducks. Really? Rubber ducks.
The only one that has our back that I can tell is Howie Carr. He's just as disgusted as we are.
He's not. He's in shock. That's not disgust. It's shock.
That's-
Like
that's
rubber
true.
ducks, Mike. Really?
I know.
Like, come
I know.
on. And then you got Aiden's lawyer. Aiden's the whole time of all people, right? Again,
Better or Bradle.
both of them. But
Right.
the letters that implicate the Mass State
I know.
Police of
I know.
heinous stuff
I
that
know.
he has proof of.
I know. It's bad shit, dude.
I mean, just when we think it's bad, wait till what he has comes out. It's even worse than bad.
I know.
In the meantime, we got all these people that are retiring.
And then we just have a new colonel sworn in on the
Yeah.
first, right?
Yeah,
What's your
well,
thoughts? What do you think he's going to do?
Nothing. What you know?
Seriously?
You know what he's allowed to do? Not a thing. Sit down and shut up. That's all.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Colonel
Fall-
Noble has dedicated his career to the work, and I'm confident that he is the leader of our troopers and the people of Massachusetts deserve. Yeah. I think
Oh,
not,
yeah.
but
Oh my gosh, man.
well,
I don't know if he knew what he signed up for.
no, he knew. He's
Yeah.
from New Jersey, dude.
Yeah, you're right. And they have nothing but corrupt. Yeah.
Time
They're
out.
worse than us.
The
They're worse than
guy,
us.
the guy in charge of the state police don't know what he's walking into. They definitely the wrong guy for the job if he doesn't know what he's walking into.
Yeah,
Wow.
good point.
Karen
Good
Reed's
point.
been going on for how long?
I'm going on 3 years.
See,
3-4 years now. Yeah.
he lives in a bubble. Welcome to Boston, bud.
And he's had to known about this case when he was down in New Jersey.
Mike,
You
I
def-
freaking put a press conference that I asked before he even came to Massachusetts. I asked to interview the guy. What was
That's
the
right.
guy's answer?
Get the fuck out of here.
Never.
Never gonna happen. I
Never
never
gonna
know.
happen. Have a nice
Don't
day.
don't even bother to write me back because it's never gonna happen, Tom.
Don't waste my time, he
But,
says.
but thank you for the email though.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Thanks for the well-written email. Go fuck yourself. This is the guy in charge of the state police. Okay. No problem.
Yeah, why hasn't he been on why hasn't he been on Howie? Why hasn't he been on with Sue O'Connell? Let's just give Sue O'Connell a little bit of juice. Why hasn't he sat down with her? Why hasn't he sat down with any mainstream media, been asked any questions at all? If he's a trooper of Massachusetts, if he's for the people of Massachusetts, I want to hear about Enrique. I want to hear
Yeah.
about the Karen Enriquez.
Thinking about that, and I'm all for the ACLU. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to offer some free help to the ACLU who wants a federal investigation into that. You know what? This little guy coming from New Jersey doesn't know what he's in for. Welcome to Boston, bud. We're going to go to the
well-
ACLU, get the FBI to come in and take a peek at this and say, ha ha, now who's on the hook now? Buck stops
Right.
with you, bud.
Right.
You signed up for it. Welcome to
Right.
Boston.
Well, Colonel Mon left for a reason, right?
Dude, if he's not
Wasn't
if he's
it
not
wasn't his
Irish
health.
Catholic, he's done.
Right.
He's not. He's an out of towner. You think
Yeah,
an out
you're
of
right.
towner is gonna be allowed to do anything in bad, let alone this type of corruption? Woohoo!
Just like
Yeah.
Karen Reed was from Canton, right? She wasn't part
CDLs
of
for everybody, dude. We're all getting CDLs today.
I remember that. Are you sure you want to give me this guy a CDL? He did a horrible job. Yeah, just give it to him. I know. Just give it to him. Let this one go. I was like, what? Then the guy has a fucking snowblower. You know? Come on, guys. Anyways, we're getting off track here, but yeah. Crazy shit going on here,
So
man.
yeah, so I'm all for the ACLU investigating Enrique's murder. I mean that's
Right.
only justified, right? I mean, come on.
He deserves it, man.
They can't even put up anything on the freaking website, man. Still, I looked at it the other day. Nothing.
How much did we raise so far, Tommy?
43,000.
All right, so we haven't had the medical examiner done yet, right? Which his sister is a medical examiner, right?
And,
I
and
heard
that's
that.
what they screwed up on, Mike. The sister who was in the room is is a medical examiner, and
Not
she's
for the state, not for the state though, right?
nope, not from Massachusetts. But
All right.
listen, she
Right.
deals with bodies in all different states of
Yeah, I
broken,
get it.
whatever,
Yeah,
right? And she knows. She's seen what she's seen. She knows this is a car accident. This is
Right.
a farm
A ha-
accident,
a ha-
industrial
is a ha-
accident.
A hanging or a beating or right, yeah,
There's certain clues, right? She knows that.
right.
She went in the hospital and was in the room in the ICU
Okay,
and when the nurses came in, and she's talking to the nurses. Well, he's got this and he's got broken teeth and he's got broken vertebrae. And she's just sitting there going,
Wow.
Mike, that doesn't happen under supervision. And guess who's in charge of that? This new guy. Welcome to Boston, dude. What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about it? Because I know the ACLU is going to get on it. What's he going to do about it? Because he can do his own shit, right?
Right.
He can call any friggin' trooper he wants. He can call another state if he wants to come in and do mutual aid. Hey, need you to come in and look at this for us. And they will do it.
Yeah, we need to step away from this and, because, there's confliction
And vice
here.
versa, we'll be more than happy to give you some of our guys.
No shit. Yeah. No, that's how I think. You think. Why wouldn't they think that way?
Dude, send me a bill.
If you want to be transparent, right? I mean, I wouldn't have Enrique's sister do it because she's conflicted, but have a third party look at it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you want someone that does it. This is how it happened.
So we have the money now. We have the money, obviously. So what's the next step? I guess we need to find out.
Yeah.
When it actually going to happen? And what will happen if this medical examiner says you're wrong? What happens next? Huh? You're on mute, I think. You're on mute, Tommy. Okay.
Sorry, I had to tell my nephew I could see him at the field.
Oh, is you a game today?
Like football. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm sure if he's anything like you, he must be good.
No, he's got the same attitude. Not
Oh,
good.
no.
Not
Oh
good.
no.
Not
Oh, okay.
good. Oh, he's a handful already.
All right, pal.
What else do I have written down here? Yeah, that press conference, Mike. So not only, here's the best part. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Not only did Enrique's sister, who was a medical examiner, was she not able to sit there and look and see what happened to him, but she knows what happened to him, and she knows that this doesn't happen in a training academy because she's got law enforcement experience, obviously, with what she does.
Right. Fucked
And
up,
then
man.
they're gonna wheel her out in front of this friggin' public to a press conference that they don't even have an interpreter with. They didn't even tell them. They blindsided them. Gotta get out there.
Gave a state police escort all the way out there and stuff.
Dude.
And then put him up in the press conference with District Attorney Early, and they were baffled, like almost like, okay, we accept it. Like that's the betray of the Mass State Police, is that okay? If the family's up here next to us, and I'm saying what this is, it must be true.
The poor
Bullshit.
family, dude. Not only were they devastated with Enrique, but now they're devastated that the guy who he worked for is abusing the family like this. Enrique worked for Joe Early. Joe Early knew, right? He knew Enrique. And you're going to take the kid's parents in front of him? Come on, guy. Really? Is that why your daughter turned out the way she did, Joe?
Oh.
Probably why.
Oh.
She likes my microphone.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Oh man.
Looking at ducks, Mike. Ducks.
I know. I can't wait for the dollar amount to come out in that motherfucker.
$9 million for a tie of Karen Reed. $9 million they spent.
What?
Norfolk County spent $9 million last year.
On that case alone?
What else did they prosecute? They did Karen for the last year.
Yeah, they put everything else on hold. They had Walsh put on hold. Yeah, they had everybody put on hold.
It was all full court press. $9 million for a tie. It's like kissing your sister. Lally.
Holy shit. And now Lally's on the bench, but he's going to be there, right? Okay.
Lally's going to help the other guy.
Wow.
What if anything, could there possibly have been a second driver in the vehicle?
Remember that question? I think Joe posed it yesterday. Who, if anybody, was driving the ambulance? And the guy's like this, staring at Lally like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Oh, yeah, by the way, Joe Jutras, the IT guy from Ken, was able to find all the videos for the rubber ducky, by the way. Just
Funny.
So you know. Yeah, he found them all. Got all the times. Got them all right.
I hope did they find me passing them out?
I'm not sure.
Am I a distributor of said goods? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The
Imagine that.
professor-
Well, I will. I don't see how they don't.
Yeah. Conflicted Michael Proctor. Yeah, they have all the video from. I mean, did you see? I read so Melanie Little went over the report, and she was just like jaw dropping
Yeah.
bullshit,
She couldn't
right?
believe it.
And I want to know what happened to paragraph 37 because he went from 36 to 38. No one caught that. Number 37's gone. just it bothers me. I don't know why. No,
Really?
it's gone. Yeah, it bothers me. I pay attention to details. I was like, "Where's number 37?" I just missed it. And Melanie didn't say anything. I was like, "Okay, all right." So
It's
maybe they saw.
a Scrivener's error. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, they obviously the detail oriented, right? What happened to number 37? And I guess one of the questions last night in the trivia was like, how many names were spelt wrong in the initial police report of the people that were in the house?
All of them. Yeah.
That's a good question though. There was quite a few.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah, that was a good time, I guess, last night. Everyone had a fun time.
Oh, good. I'm glad they did. I guess it's on YouTube. He put it out there, so I'm not sure. I started watching it this morning, but we had guests last night, and I went into the tub and stuff and just meditated. But I guess it was pretty good. You're right. Raises money.
Yep. They did a good job.
Yep.
A lot of work went into that. So congratulations for you guys last night. That was a good win.
So Tom, they were actually someone else was talking about doing something at a hotel in the city for a meet and greet for all you content creators.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it was Etsy. We're looking
Oh, that's
at
right.
we're looking at
Yeah.
a place like the Wang Theater or something.
Right.
Or
Just pay like
something.
$10. Just get 10. Well, they have booze there and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. There's whatever venue
Yeah.
is out there. It needs to serve like beer and wine,
Right.
and that's going to come with a detail.
Right.
So you have to. It's a lot of work.
But time out. You can also you can get a hotel room and have a nice night in the city with your wife or your significant other. You know.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right. And have a good time and just Uber to wherever you're staying and just have a good time. Now I've been in that. When you talk about that theater, it is beautiful.
Yes.
I saw like a nutcracker there. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was blown away. Yeah. Nice. There's a bunch of things. You have the Wilbur. You got some other ones. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of them that are around. Like there's one in New Bedford. There's like the Zeitarian
Yeah.
in New Bedford. I mean, I don't know how many people, but they have Queen concerts that go there, and that place just rocks. So,
Really?
oh yeah, and it's personal. I think I sent Eve a link, by the way. It's nice, but so there's all different venues all across the state, right?
Are you saying you do a tour?
No, well, that would be something, maybe. but again, right? It's got they have to sell beer and wine, right? We have to get all the creators up there, right? And it's all the money goes to Karen. So it's just showing up and talking.
Yeah, we
Give me
fly
that
people
hot.
in. You gotta fly a couple people in. Yeah.
You can do that.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah, and again, if we all get on the same stage and we all ask the same questions, we all have one answer to the same question. That's the answer, right?
Right.
So
We'll see how well these people know this case. Like,
oh my
legit.
God! Last night I was impressed with some of the questions were hard, and these people got it.
No way, really?
Yeah. Some people were good.
Now they sold out too, right? They sold out the whole thing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
He sold out last time he did something like that too.
Is he going to do another Halloween party? You think? Probably, right?
That was a lot of work. I'm hearing talk of something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But as a matter of fact, the other night I live streamed. I didn't live stream. I went on and I just played the Halloween party that I recorded from last time.
Yeah.
I just hit that play and it was fun. So.
Did you go last year?
Yeah.
You did go last year.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, where'd you go as?
Oh my God! Hold on. I want to hear you laugh. That's why.
We had a strike for that, Thomas. All right.
No,
So, anyways,
I'll pull it. It'll be real quick.
I get my house is already decorated. I get all these,
really?
I get tentacles coming out my windows on every side of my house.
Man.
My wife, I get some this alien on my front steps with a gun that blows smoke and stuff. So we had some delivery last night for food. The lady wouldn't walk up the steps.
I saw one with a witch. She's sitting down and
Yeah.
you step on a pad and the witch jumps up and goes out.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, no, it's legit. It's
Oh yeah, so you were around sometimes. You wait, you get a couple more weeks, Tom. You can watch yourself when you're going around.
Yeah. Is that a live
Get,
or is that a video? Yeah.
get
I'm already-
pictures. Get pictures.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh
Don't
You
play
ready,
it.
Mike?
All right. She said, "Don't play it."
no. Yeah, watch. You'll be all right. I got this.
Uh,
Watch this.
What is that? Oh, okay. That's
Cat in the Hat.
Thank you. Don't play the audio. Okay. So you went for Cat in the Hat.
Yep. Dude, there
I know.
was so
Some
many
good-
good costumes. There really was so many good.
And some good music and stuff, and good food and good people.
It was
Right?
just a really, really good time. I mean,
Right.
just the costumes. The people have so much
Right.
creativity.
Oh, I I look at the signs that we see some of the times. You know, it's
That's
just,
what do you call it? Scooby Doo there.
oh
They-
yeah,
They won.
yeah.
A lot of Auntie Bevs,
Oh,
Solo
yeah.
Cups, Three Blind Mice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is Aiden-
Prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aiden,
Remember
Snake Valley.
someone did roast beef Ronnie. That was
Yeah.
a hoot.
They-
That was good. Yeah.
Close too, real close. Someone carved out the pumpkin. It was
Oh my
freaking
wow.
amazing,
Oh,
guy.
Freeze Karen Reed on it, huh? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
Ain't
I
that
might do
freaking
that.
awesome, dude?
I might do something like that with my pumpkin this year. I don't
That
know if I
is
can do it
awesome.
that good.
Dude, just
Wow.
do FKR on it. That's all you got to
That's-
do, right? And you
Yeah,
know what?
true.
Let's get some pumpkin people going. I know you guys are into Halloween. Let's
I'm
get
gonna
some
put a-
pumpkin
I'm
pictures.
gonna-
Send them to me, man.
I'm gonna cut a duck out of mine too. Look at silhouette of a duck.
But I mean, like everyone was in costume, Mike, and it was just
Oh,
it
look at
was
the
a
solo.
really good time.
The solo is that Top Gun right there. The solo cup right there.
Yeah.
Oh
Someone
my
in a bomber
God.
jacket. I mean, it
Oh
was
my
just
God.
a lot. It was, yeah, a lot of fun.
That good time, man.
Yeah, and they had gifts and prizes and
Oh, like raffles and stuff. Yeah.
exactly.
So do you remember who won best costume? Do you remember?
I
you don't remember?
don't, dude.
Maybe someone in the chat knows. Remember who won best costume?
I don't. Maybe
Oh, you had a DJ too. Or
That's
was that
the
maybe just- okay.
and a DJ, but this guy was
Did-
great. Aiden was up there talking, but this guy was DJing the whole thing.
Oh, so
That's
someone
Nick.
just said Ronnie won best. Is that Nick right there? Is he
Yeah, that's
Aladdin?
Nick. Yep. And Jenna was Jasmine.
Oh yeah.
There's Jenna
Oh,
right
this
there.
year. Yeah. Oh yeah. This year's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they like matching stuff.
Roast beef Ronnie won. Yep. Roast beef Ronnie won. That to me was
Dude,
good. Like, and that how easy was that to pull your shirt up like this and just go out there like that, right?
And it was perfect. I mean, again. So yeah,
Kudos to you guys. Kudos to you. So there should be another one. Absolutely. No,
if there
round
is, we'll
two.
go. Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
definitely go and record it for you guys again.
Where was it? The North Shore last time somewhere.
I want to say it was in Medfield, something like
Okay.
that. Medway.
It's kind of hard to find a neutral spot, right? I mean,
That's the problem, right? Is where does it work for everybody?
right.
You know, it's got to have parking. It's got to have facilities for everybody. It's got to be easy in, easy out.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yep.
And then time, right? What's the right time? People get kids, take care of family, stuff like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that
know?
stuff. You're right. Yeah.
So yeah.
So all right, let me ask you. All right, so if there is another Halloween party, what
Yes.
would you go as again, Tom?
Oh God, I have a friend of mine who has, got to be 200 costumes, at least.
Like the
You
one you were
named
just
it.
wearing?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
At least that.
Yeah.
You know the small U-Haul trailers that the small
Yeah.
ones, the smallest one they have.
Yeah.
That's all full of costumes. That when she moved from one house to the other, that
Does
was
she,
just
like-
full of costumes.
Does she rent them out to people for like
No.
night? No, just she collects them.
She's been doing it. That she has Halloween parties and yeah, like when you like a Halloween store goes out of business, she'll go and she'll buy everything.
Wow.
Not just that, like the costumes, like the legit costume stuff.
Right, and they don't look cheaper. They're not like a pullover mask. They're like all
No.
made and hand sewn and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, just the
I just
capes,
thought it was
dude.
good.
You
Yeah.
name the capes, like Superman cape, Batman cape, Robin cape, like every type of cape any superhero would have. She has them all lined up, like
Oh,
legit
dude.
capes. Like,
Oh man, damn!
Yeah.
I'd like to meet. I'd like to meet her.
dude, the Cat in the Hat was a onesie. Was the easiest thing. I'll take that. Jump right in, zip. Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, you have your normal clothes underneath it and stuff. And
Yep.
now, was everybody dressed up when you were there? Everybody pretty much.
Oh yeah, everyone's in costume.
That's great.
Dude, again, it was just a perfect night. It was for everybody. They raised a lot of money for Karen too.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good. Now, have they announced the winners for the dinner yet? Do you know, with Yannetti and Karen? I know Mike Proctor bought a lot of tickets. I don't know if he. How many people? How many people are gonna? If you're bald, right, and you're gonna go to a Halloween party, please go as Proctor, or please dress up as a trooper, get a name badge, and just because that's fucking funny.
I think I'm the same
Right.
height.
Probably you go as short and shiny, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
You
shave my
Chief-
head though.
You go as Chief Rafferty. You can go as no, don't shave your head. I mean, that's a little much, but
Put a pair of them freaking glasses on they give you after you get your eyes dilated. I'll be Kelleher.
oh
I
my
don't see
god,
nothing.
right?
I don't see anything on my cameras either.
That
Out the
that
window.
go
Although
as
I did call at 6 o'clock and say, hey, what number was that, by the way?
That's right. And then you go as John, the select board member.
John Conley,
John, can you imagine that?
fucking random citizen.
Oh my god, there's so many people that you could do. I won because the Glaire's going. I won because I bought all the tickets. You bastard!
Nice.
You're gonna fly up, or they're gonna fly you up, man.
Either way,
Oh,
he's,
right?
listen. He knows where he's going now. He knows
No,
how to
no,
get from A to B, so
no.
he's good.
Now, if you're Brian Walsh and you know you're innocent or you think you're innocent, would you go out and have a dinner with your attorney and with a random citizen?
Oof.
Think about that. You're Karen Reed, right? You're going for trial.
Listen,
and
I
you're
see
going up
Brian
to-
Walsh. I see Hannibal Lecter.
I know. He's in jail right now because he sold fake paintings, by the way. He's not in
Yeah.
jail because of Anna Walsh. He's in
No.
jail because he got caught selling 2 fake paintings that were duplicates.
Yeah, there was for 75,000 each.
Yeah, no, he doesn't fuck around. This
money.
guy,
Big
yeah,
money.
he's
It was supposed to be art, works of art.
do you see his house in Cohasset?
It's pretty
Beautiful.
big.
Yeah.
But his
But,
wife, I
but-
guess, made all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was leaving his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was leaving his ass. But if you were accused of murder and you hadn't gone to trial yet, or you get some other trials coming up, would you go out to dinner with your lawyer and some random citizen? I mean, just think about that. How much more innocent do you have to be than that? Than knowing that whatever you guys talk about, whatever I say, is going to have no bearing on this case at all because I'm innocent.
Imagine
Yet
that.
he-
You're that confident.
That's what I think. Like, that's just saying, fuck you, man. Bring it.
I guess
Where do you-
she got a special coming on, so we all should be ready for that.
Oh, 2020, right? Or something like
No,
that. Is
something
it-
else.
Oh.
Vanity Fair. Was it Vanity Fair or something?
Oh, yeah, in December,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
The article. I mean, so like, what guilty person does that? Like,
Well, OJ, right?
well, yeah, he's was he guilty? I don't.
Listen, you can't even bring it
That's
up because
yeah,
if you say OJ was guilty, right? Then that's
Yeah,
like intimidation.
That's
You can't say that.
yeah. I just can't get over the fact that, like, when I read that, I thought it was a joke at first, but it was legit. Get a screenshot the donation, send it to Nick Rocco, and you and Mr. Yannetti and Karen Reed, and I don't know if one of your partners can go or not, but they did 2 giveaways for 2 dinners in Boston.
Dude,
That's no joke.
think of the information that you could get just from that one meeting for an
What would you
hour.
talk?
For
What
an
would you
hour.
talk about? What would you talk about? I know, right? What do you say?
I don't know. I
Hey,
probably
hey,
talk to
I
you,
think
Yannetti, more
be like
than
this.
anyone.
I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" From Chili from Friends. Hey, how you doing?
But like,
I'm just saying, I don't know. What do you say?
what do you say, right? Like, all right, so we
I
know
don't-
we know you're innocent. So all right, now what? Like,
What do you want? What do you
no
want to
sense
drink?
talking
right?
about anything else because that didn't happen. But what about this? But, like,
I'd be like, "Hey, what's your plans for after all this stuff? What do you think about doing? Are you gonna get back to work? Have you met somebody yet? Have you seen anybody yet? how's your family doing? Like I would ask, I don't know, things like that, small talk.
Yeah.
And then I'd be after Mr. Ian, I'd be like, hey, David, what's some of the best trials you've done? What do you think about doing next? You think you're gonna run for governor or DA? What's your thoughts? And maybe he tells me, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. There's some
You
good
live in
stuff there.
Norfolk County.
Does he? I don't think he lives on the North Shore. He said he was a North Shore guy. I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's some questions I guess I could find. It'd take me a little while to figure that out, but I found that whole concept just to be, that's pretty telling how innocent she is. And then the other thing I would ask her is like, have you ever been to a Diddy party? Have you ever been to a whiteout party?
How do you make that up? And of all people, who has been to a Diddy party?
Michael Proctor.
Colleen.
I know.
Colleen,
Colleen.
of all people, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see
She
that
was-
one coming.
I didn't either. She's like, I'm like, hey, it's free Diddy. And she's like, I went to his house. I'm like, what? On Star Island? I'm like, what? Because I've been down there. I go to the Standard. It's right on the Strip. And
Yeah.
literally, when you cross the bridge to go over to the Strip of Miami, you fucking see Star Island. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally beautiful.
Yeah.
And like, you go to this place, the Standard, and it's adults only. And then I tell you, there's a lot of European people there, and they don't wear tops.
Brazilian.
Just so I'm just saying, they don't wear tops. So
They
I'm
think
there.
nothing of walking around with nothing on either.
I'm there with my wife. And I didn't know it was going to happen, but right down the whole line of chairs, uncome the tops. Now I got my shades on, but you know what my wife does? She takes hers off. Right? When in Rome, like,
Yeah.
none
There you
of the guys are doing anything, and they
Yeah.
think it's completely normal.
Yeah,
I
guess it's normal there, right?
no one gave a yeah.
It's
it was
it's not normal up north. Down there,
No.
absolutely.
Now, if you had children and stuff like that, but there's no kids allowed there and stuff. And
No, it's definitely an adult-oriented type of place.
You ever been to the Standard in Miami? You got to check it out. You got to go. It's a pretty unique place. And there's a lot of foreign people and actors that go there and stuff. And it's right on the water, and they have a great pool. I'll just say that they have a great pool. And yeah, it was. I've been there a couple times actually. Because it's that good, right? Just so you know, it's that good. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I got COVID down there. It sucked, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Those are some of the questions. I'm sorry, I don't know how we ended up with the. Oh yeah, P Diddy parties, but yeah, that's the whole thing. I'd be David. Now listen, before it comes out, have you been to a whiteout party yet in the Hamptons?
So, you ready for this, bud? Check this out, right? This is beautiful. This is the wish list from like God knows. Swallow that before we do this. Right? Oh, before we do this, if you want to subscribe, please do. Like, hit the thumbs up, Cash App, Venmo, keep the channel running.
Oh, Glare, you got to go to the Standard, man. Got to go. I'm just gonna say that, bro. You'd love it. He's from Miami. He probably already knows. Oh yeah. So these are the questions that the kid. Oh yeah, this is from the LG.
I have to read this.
Go ahead.
Last post before I hop into work for a bit. Without covering her, asking for a protective order in general, in Lindsay Gattani's pro se filing, she lists a number of categories of private information she seeks to have protected, which is understandable, right? One highlighted below includes pharmacy information. Like, who cares, right? By that, I assume she means a listing of medicine that she's prescribed and not the location of her pharmacy. I wonder if publicly going around accusing someone of sexually assaulting you while you were incapacitated and implying on multiple occasions that the person you are accusing may have secretly slipped something into your drink makes the listing of prescriptive medications
Oh my God! Look at,
more relevant.
holy shit!
Accuse him of that, of putting something in a drink.
What the fuck?
For instance, if you're a recovering drug addict taking methadone or Suboxone, drinking alcohol is strongly discouraged due to side effects, including the inability to remember what happened while you are under the influence.
Interesting.
Now, let me repeat that. If you're taking methadone and drinking, you forget shit.
Okay.
That's on you.
All right.
That's not someone
Well-
slipping something in your drink. That's you taking methadone, drinking when you're not supposed to, and you freaking don't remember shit. That's on you. Mike, look at what she wants. Attorney communications protected. Okay, right? Medical records of her and her children. Okay, no problem. Her medical, who cares? Don't want them. School records, don't want them. Don't want them. Don't want this. Don't want that. Right?
Intimate pictures, logins,
Bank information,
front and back of credit
Yes.
card.
nude
What the
pictures and videos of children in natural positions. Who freaking cares?
Wow. Wow.
Pictures and videos of victim giving birth. Mike, who's got that on their phone? And guess what?
Um,
Does
wow.
Tully have that phone? That's my question.
Didn't Aiden get this stuff? Didn't Aiden? Right? Is that what you said?
They
Yeah.
have this. So
Yeah.
the taint team would go
this.
and
Yeah.
say, okay, this is a copy of a release. This gets deleted. These are pictures of this pay stubs here. We don't, deleted.
Ah, gotcha.
But because they don't have
Right.
they don't have a stake in the game.
Right.
They're a third party. So when it
Right.
goes to Aiden, it's if they said financial information, for example, or police reports, well, they're allowed. So those won't get deleted. But-
Non-public police reports. What
I'm
does that
just
even
shocked
mean?
about this. Well,
Now, this is where her request to the taint team or to the court to have the taint team not include this stuff, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
the
Right?
victim respectfully requests that the court take any and all steps to protect specific substantive categories of private information. The protected private information at issue is the utmost severity and involves, but is not limited to, the following categories of information. Like her medical stuff, right? That's like
Right.
HIPAA stuff anyway. So nobody wants,
Yeah.
no one will touch that. So who cares?
Yeah.
Give that to them. We don't want that. We don't want this. We
Right.
don't want that.
Right.
But we want
Yeah.
this. We want that. Blah, 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 blah. Right?
Right. Right.
But I'm pretty sure videos of her giving birth are on the freaking do not want.
Ugh, Jesus. Ugh,
It says it right here.
I
Why
know.
even have that on a phone, dude? That's my
Right.
question. Why?
Whoa.
Why?
Holy shit.
I
That's
don't
interesting.
make no sense.
Well, let me ask you this, Tom. They don't need that stuff, it sounds like to me. They don't want that stuff. They want communication between Mello, Tully, and etc. Right? That's what
And
they kind of,
And they have
they-
that.
yeah.
They have that.
So they're not afraid to let the team remove that, right? Because they already have it actually, right? But then they're just not going to use it, so to speak, and public and public.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like
All right.
what is a Christmas photo of her and her family? What does that ain't gonna it doesn't
Right.
move the needle in any way. It's
Right.
it's a waste.
I got you.
And he's gonna pay for all his time.
Right.
You think he's gonna waste his time going through photos of Christmas or
I know.
the kids' community? No, they don't waste their time with that.
Right.
They know what they want. They want the emails. They want this. They want that. Done.
Right. Right.
It would
To be
probably be
pub-
easier if this is what we do want. That'd probably be the best thing. But then again,
We'll
you don't
exclude everything else, but
gives
this,
it to you.
well, yeah, they should reverse it. This is what we want. We'll exclude everything else. It kind of would. I don't know. Whatever how you want to word it. But that's what she was writing that day in the library when they took a picture of her, right, at before court.
yes.
All that stuff. And what's up with Kate Peters not getting charged again? For,
Again?
violating
Again.
stuff.
Again.
I know. What's
Mike.
up with that?
What's up with the freaking chief of police's brother-in-law going whacking people?
Right. Right. All in the
What's up
same
with that?
all in the same bubble.
Because
Right.
they can, Mike. Because
Yep.
they can. And we love police officers. I just don't like that you're all just sitting back doing nothing, collecting a freaking paycheck. Because that's all that
Yeah.
is. That's just a paycheck, Mike. It's not a job. It's a paycheck. Think about
So the
that.
t-
It's
so
not
the ta-
they're not doing a job. They're doing a paycheck.
And so the delay's been we haven't found the taint team yet, right? That's kind of what I've been hearing, and like they've been putting it off. We're going to put a taint team together, but
Because they were arguing about what specific categories that they
Okay.
could touch, not touch. They have to come
Right.
to an agreement.
right,
Now, Karen Reed's attorneys have to go and file a same thing, a statement of facts, that they have to come to an agreement with the prosecution when it goes to the federal.
Okay.
not the state
Um,
Supreme Court. I mean,
All
like
right.
statement of facts.
Right.
You know,
Interesting. Yeah.
that's going to be a whole thing. And I'm gonna. Where do they meet? State House?
I don't know.
Anyone know where the state? Because I want to go out there live.
Right.
If anyone knows where they're
It
gonna
just
do
seems.
the Karen, they're gonna do that quick too in November, Mike. That's coming up.
Yeah, like an attorney Brennan, like Hank the Tank. Why is he even doing this? He does federal cases. He does Whitey Bulger shit, and why is he dropping down to this? There's something here, man. I'm telling you, there's something here. Either he knows that the Supreme Court, right, they're gonna drop 1 and 3, and they're gonna go up to 2, right, and that's not gonna cost a lot of money.
Right.
That's how I was talking. I was talking to Joe about that, and we're kind of on the same page. But because couldn't understand why he's going just taking 75 G's.
Yeah.
That's
For one charge.
right. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
If you do put the pen to it, I mean, okay, I'll try to get her. And then the last time they tried to get her on the manslaughter bullshit, which I don't, is because Karen and John were both there at the same time. The text stream data, right, and she was drinking. That was it. That's all they cared about. All the other testimony, they just said, nah, never mind that stuff. Don't forget about it. These are the 3 things right here. And they got what, 9-3? What was it? 8-4, whatever it was.
9-3.
Wow.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that, man?
Mike, make it make sense. How do you have it? No on 1, yes, maybe, kind of on 2. If what?
Right.
Wait a minute. What?
Right.
What am I missing? I'm
Right.
missing something there. I don't know how she does it. How does she keep her mind? Because none of this is right. This is the upside down world backwards type of shit that's going on. It don't make any
Right.
sense to me. It doesn't.
Right. I wonder if you could ask her questions like that if you win the dinner. Like, what were your thoughts on when this was read to you, or like, what do you think about Paul O'Keefe looking at you fucking 12 hours a day? Like, can you go there with that shit?
It's quite all right for him to do that. But if we even looked at them, they'd come over and say something to you.
That's right. And what did Paul say to you when he was leaving that after the mistrial? What were the exact words? And why did he yell at your brother that you're a fucking asshole and all that other stuff? Just some questions you could ask. I don't know. And David United, did you have these prepared statements up for the courthouse steps, or was this something that you just thought of as you were going? Because they were brilliant, they were good. And how'd you feel about not having protection when you were walking back to the cars every day and people were just swarming you? But meanwhile they're getting police escorts.
Why were they not allowed to get out front? They were at the beginning.
And what about Carl Jubal, hip checking you? What was your thoughts on that? Like, there's so much you could do here. Or you just drink and have a good meal and don't even bring it up.
But they want us to believe that this is normal for a trial of this nature. That all this stuff, all the list of stuff that's wrong, all the retired cops. They want us to believe, Mike, that that's all right. This is normal. That we have 18 cops retired because of the two murders here, or the two accidents, or whatever you guys want to call them today, because
the unborn baby, Tom. Don't forget about that. That's
double homicide. That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. People forget about that. She was fucking pregnant, bro.
And thank God I heard this back. This verified it, that they were in town for that case when John O'Keefe happened. So they caught the entire thing.
Yeah.
They caught everybody.
You and I talked about this one time, and
I heard it again, Mike. I heard it again.
Because I said they were here already with Birchmore, and then John happened, and they fell right into their laps because it was the same people.
Yep.
They already watched
phones rang. They already had the phones tapped and everything.
That's right. And then
that had to allow them access to get Morrissey's office, dude. They had Morrissey's office. You know what it takes to get a sitting district attorney's office for a phone tap for the entire friggin' smash, the whole phone system? Give me I want the whole building. Okay, here you go.
Wow.
Mike, a judge to give you a district attorney, a DA. Here's the open friggin' line.
You got to have some juice to get that signed off on.
Wow.
What do they bring to the judge and say, hey, listen, this is what we got, and this is where we're going to go?
Imagine if they had the cell phone communication and they needed to go one step up.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they had the offices bugged.
Whether you deleted it or not, if you sent it, they have it.
Mike, what if they had the office bugged?
What if they had an informant? Now I heard. Did you hear that they had a whistleblower and they got fired inside the
did hear
DA's
that.
office?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
it's kind of out. Like there was a whistleblower that
Yep.
came forward and they got fired and it got buried. I'm
And
not
I
sure
think,
who, what, when, and where, but it happened.
I think they actually were able to extrapolate that from somebody's cell phone that they haven't given back to him yet.
Oh,
Remember how he had sauces?
yeah.
Remember his paper? If you remember, Aiden had a list of things on a Christmas
I have
notepad.
I have that.
That right there. Look at
I
it.
have it. I
Go
did.
back and look at it.
Yeah. I'll post it again today. Yeah, I'll
Do it-
put it back
post it
out there.
again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check, 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 check.
I sent it to Joe, and Joe's like, "What's this?" And I told him what it was. I go, "Now tell me these things haven't happened." And he's like, "Holy shit!"
100%.
He's like, "Holy
100%.
whose chicken scratch is that?" I go, "It's Eden." And when they raided his house, when they arrested him, we got pictures of it, or he took pictures of it and sent it out before it got taken. So that's fucking interesting. Interesting.
So
Interesting
if
stuff.
that person who got fired happened to be the same person,
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Fucked
no,
up
it
shit.
isn't. Mike, I mean, again, does it shock you?
Some things aren't starting to shock me as much anymore because I've been just blown away so much just with the trial. And then here we are running a content show, and I'm just like, we're talking about it again. And I'm like, yeah, it happened. Yeah, that happened. And then people, if like, God forbid, like, I'm away in Block Island and people see the Canton stickers on my truck and they're like, oh, Garrett Reed, when you talk about it, you're like, there's so much to tell you that if I tell you, we're going to be here for a couple hours, right? I mean, just, it's hard to do. And one of my good friends is like, hey, you guys need to do a show where you recap the whole trial. I go, that would take weeks.
Yeah, it would be that would be, Will, there's your 12-hour show, bud. Start at the beginning. Will's going to do a 12-hour show. Just recap the entire thing. I mean, just the Fort Edge. We forgot about the Fort Edge, dude.
I haven't.
Lucky couldn't get down the street because the Fort Edge was in its way.
We should play the Microdots new video because they have the Fort Edge in that video. If we get the new Microdots up, it was awesome. Yeah, because they put the Fort Edge right out there. And don't forget, there's been whispers about Kevin Albert returning home on video at 5:30 in the morning.
Wait a minute, wasn't he working though?
Kevin Albert?
Yes.
No, I don't
Was he
think
working
he
that
went.
night?
No, he went later in the day. That day, he wasn't working that night. Sean Good was, and he knew about the party. Believe it or not, remember
Yeah.
the Blizzard party? Yeah.
When everyone was drinking.
Yep. But if you get the Microdots video up, that was pretty good.
I'm looking
All
at
right, all right.
one day ago. How long ago did it come out? Wild Animals.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yep.
Let me pop this up real quick.
Good call. Yeah.
Again,
Great video.
we're blessed to have
Yeah.
this type of look at Mike. The other side doesn't have anything like this.
No.
They don't even have facts on their side. But I haven't seen nothing that they've produced that's shown me any different.
Right. Nope. No, they just talk.
Nothing.
They post and ghost. Like they'll post it and they're gone.
And yet we have this. We have Microdots.
Thank you, Richie and
Thank
team.
you, Richie.
Story straight. We were going out to celebrate Junior's 23rd birthday, but he decided not to come
Why?
because crowds make him anxious. Earlier that afternoon, Chris runs into John at the pizza shop. John asks Chris if they're going out later. Make sure you mention that it was John's idea. Chris invites John to meet them at the waterfall after he closes up, and tells John to text him later. At 9:45 p.m., Chris texts John to come to the waterfall. John shows up around 11 with Karen. Remember to say she walked in with a drink. A clear liquid with a lime. It was fun, positive. Everyone was in a great mood. It was friends and family. People were getting along. No sign of hostility. Julie left right after John arrived because she got a sudden migraine. There was talk about where to go after. Karen asked more than once if they could go make pizzas across the street. Being a nuisance, she kept asking and asking. And then someone mentioned going back to Brian's house. It was an open invitation. Anyone could have come, although no one else did.
I wasn't specifically invited myself.
The Alberts left with Higgins. No one noticed any tension. Jen walks out with Karen and requests she rides over to Fairview with her, but only because John and Matt were still inside, helping the band clean up. It was innocent. Chris decided.
You know, real quick, Jennifer invited John over to the house, and Jennifer never got out of the car. She invited John over. John's on the sidewalk. She never got out of the car. Think about that. She knew him. She knew who it was because Karen jumped out and ran over there right away.
Oh, they found him. Okay, yeah.
Right
She never
that
got out.
morning.
Yeah, but she got out later. But after he was getting picked up. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But dude, you roll up on your friend. You don't get out.
Well, the call to dispatch. There's a guy. There's
You
a
can do
guy.
both. Yeah.
There's a guy in the
ground.
snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I
Dude.
go.
That's messed up.
To walk home instead of going to Brian's, for no particular reason. There will be a lot of questions. When they ask if you noticed any arguing between Karen and John, don't say no. Just say,
I wasn't really paying attention.
John and Karen head over to Fairview. But they've never been there and aren't exactly sure where it is.
This is perfect. Man.
Jennifer called John to provide directions. They take the long way, via Washington Street, to Dedham, to Cedar Crest. Jen and Matt saw them through the window, while Brian and Higgins looked at photographs in another room.
Sure.
Listen, this is the most important part that we all need to remember. For the rest of our lives, just say the guy never went into the house. Tell them Colin and Caitlin had already left, if anyone asks. Jen will delete all of her calls, text, and the Google search. Then she'll hand over her phone, like she has nothing to hide.
Yes, I handed it over.
And our friend in the lab will make sure none of it is ever found, just like last time, with that other girl. Don't worry, we'll be okay. Mike Proctor is taking care of everything. We'll buy him a gift, something really nice. For him and Courtney, they earned it. Listen, I know we all like John. He was a good guy, but he wasn't family, and we can't ruin our lives over a little drunken mistake. As for Karen, who gives a fuck about her? No one. And no one will care what happens to her. Think about our family. Think about Colin. This would destroy his future. All of our futures. Everything we've built and worked for. It would destroy everything. Everything. There's something I need to tell you. And that is, we've done this all before. We know how to make it stick. Upgrade her charges to murder. Twist her words into a confession.
She was saying, I hit him.
Invent a motive and assassinate her character.
Screaming frantically in the back. She knew where he was. I didn't know he was there. She did. Screaming.
What's going on? There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
All units respond to 34 Fairview Road. All units. 10-4.
Don't come out of the house. No one will knock on the door. They know better. Monitor police activity. Don't photograph evidence and don't document searches. Handpick your investigator. Make sure it's someone we know and someone we trust, like family. Question witnesses together. Get the story straight. Harass those who ask questions, then claim it was you who's been harassed.
This is harassment. We are all receiving.
Just like a lot of harassment.
Arrest journalists. We have ways of getting anyone who causes problems. Legal ways. And other ways.
I'm sorry. In my eyes, Karen was just a babysitter with benefits.
Jonathan's girlfriend, Karen, she sucks.
We can't just give them a video of 4 cops smashing her taillight with a hammer. That just isn't going to happen. It's only a problem if the court makes it a problem. And so far, there haven't been any consequences. Listen, you don't need the truth on your side when you run the system. From the Canton police to the Mass State Police, the ME, the judge, and even the media, everyone in that system knew exactly what was expected of them, and they fell in line. You call it looking the other way, but it's the way things work in Massachusetts. What you don't seem to understand is this is the way it's
Man,
Mhm.
talk
Wow.
about having a way with words, huh?
Yeah, that kind of puts it all in perspective right there, man. The
What
way,
else
like,
more
you
is
know,
there, right?
why didn't she fall on her sword? All she had to do was take a plea, and everything would be the same, right?
All these people, you're not as important as they are, right?
Right. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if they have those messages. When I say they, being the feds, talking between each other about what just happened, like in terms of why didn't she take the plea? If we just upgrade the charges, we all tell the same story. Make sure he doesn't say anybody goes in the house. I mean, just I wish he did, kind of thing. That's gotta be said somewhere, man.
You would like to think that Josh Levy has communications that
Yeah.
that have conversations in regards some good, maybe some that are bad.
Well, get
You want
3,000
to believe there's good conversations in there that he didn't deserve this, and they did something wrong,
I
right?
fucking hope so. I fucking hope so, man.
Dude, there were so many people there that night, and people that we didn't even mention,
Yep.
and they're talking.
3,074 pages, guys. 3,000 of
A lot of
exculpatory.
text message, dude. That's a lot of messages. That's a lot of
It
data.
is. Yeah. And they only use a portion of it. What comes out next?
It got dropped on him at the last minute because they
Yeah.
kept freaking putting the hammer down. Let's get her. Let's
Yeah.
get her. Let's get her. She's gonna
Well-
fold one of these times.
Right. They got in April, right? Right after some of the pre-trials. They got, yeah.
They threw right at her.
Yeah. That was fucked up. When I heard about the Tui, I was like, oh my gosh, they are involved. They are involved. And, and in the letter between Morrissey's office and Levy's office was just damning.
Tell us what you're investigating. And Levy says, none of your business.
Right. Just know this. We have a different opinion of what you have. We see it in different ways. I think are the words he used. Like, we see this case a lot different than you do.
And they even flew all the way out to California to find out they were under investigation.
I know.
That's why they went out. And you're going to blame Aiden for going over this girl's house who says she's under this investigation also?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the same thing. They flew out to California to get Lindsay's data, to get Natalie's data.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Same thing with Lindsay.
Yep. They gave her a fake Supreme grand jury notice or something.
That? Who does?
I know. Right.
That's coercion now at this point. Now it's intentional, right?
Red flag.
Accidental or intentional, right? It's one or the other.
That's correct, Tom. Correct.
That's not an accident. You don't give
No.
somebody a fake one.
Right? And they have that up now, so they have that in the communications from fake victim's phone. That
Ducks.
you know,
We're investigating ducks here. Not
I
that.
I know.
It doesn't need to be investigated. We have the data. I'm sorry. They have the data.
Right.
That doesn't need to be investigated. So that speaks for itself.
Right.
But we're gonna look at these ducks.
I mean, full on.
Really?
Look at full on investigation on these ducks.
And Sue O'Connell, no more donuts for you. You're all done. That makes me mad. That makes me really mad because she
Yeah, a
knows.
lot.
She knows that she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She knows that's not true. She knows it. And if she
Right.
doesn't, shame on her for not knowing. That's bullshit. No way. She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. Canary people haven't done anything wrong. We've been the ones that have been targeted. Aiden's been targeted. The dispatcher's been targeted. The Canton 9 have been targeted.
You have been targeted.
I've been targeted. The freaking Richie, the duck guy's been targeted. I mean, come on. Who's targeted here? Sue. Really? But guess what, Sue? Pretty sure you're targeted now.
Yeah. Wow.
You're doing.
Pretty. I mean, we say it and say it again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't. But it's fucking believe it, people. It's happening, man. And it's happening right here. It's happening in my hometown, where I live. Fucked up.
Dude, and dude,
All over.
You got you got bodies piling up in your town, man. We're lucky.
I know.
We're blessed down in his part. You keep the stuff.
Right.
If you find a dead body, anybody, drag it to Canton and just leave it anywhere. Side of the road.
You'll never get caught.
Transfer station, wherever you want.
You'll never be able to talk to a selectman because they don't talk to anybody.
There's a safe body drop off at the fire station.
Stop it. But that Mike Redon's video, kudos to them, Richie. Good job, bro.
Always amazing job. Always.
I can't. Yeah, and Flip Ahead, great videos all week long, man. He's busting out all kinds of knowledge.
Listen, that girl, Betty.
Boozy Betty, yeah.
Definitely go see her stuff. She's just dynamite. Yeah.
She's on X, but she does a lot on TikTok, right?
Yeah, I think she's TikTok into it, but she's really good with that stuff. So, great content. Great content. She has stuff, and Flip Ahead's good too. So
yeah. Hey, I got to jump off because I have a dog downstairs that needs to go to the bathroom. Are we good?
We're good, bud. We're good.
You got a flag football game to go to as well, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'll be a little bit late.
That's what it's all about. Hey, but that's what it's all about, man.
Ice cream after.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thanks for the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're great. We're getting better. We're getting traction. We're getting better, man. We are picking up some people, man. When's our next members only? That was kind of cool. I like that.
I want to say probably do something Tuesday.
All right, Tuesday morning.
Sound good?
Do something.
Yeah. And I know there's another court date coming up too, Mike.
Oh, that's right. You on that? You can figure that one out. And now court date for who?
Aiden, I think.
Now, what's this involved though? What's it like? He's got. All right. Because one's an hour. One's an hour.
God knows. They got him 8 different ways of Sunday. Something.
He's fucking RO and
throw a dot on the board. They'll fucking figure it out when he gets there.
Poor fucking guy.
Whatever. I know.
But you know what?
He's got to pay his lawyer every fucking time, Mike.
Dude's got big shoulders, though, man. He's got big fucking shoulders, man. He can handle it, and God wouldn't give you anything he couldn't handle, and he can handle it, man. So good for
There's
him,
one
man.
right there, 1023 Richie.
Oh, that's very important right there. That date right there.
Yep.
And when are the other people going to be hauled in? You know, are they all going to be hauled in at once? Was it like, the other 10 people? Now, Richie's up on 10 violations.
Literally.
10.
Dude, ducks.
And if you need a fence, you know where to go.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, great work.
He did my fence, by the way. He did my fence.
I love it.
Fence, okay? Yeah.
Yep.
So kudos to him, Richie. Stay strong, bro. We got you, man. And with that, I'm going to check out and let Tom wrap it up with you guys, all right?
I'll let you know, bud.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Enjoy your day.
Go Patriots, I hope, tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll
it was good while it lasted.
See ya.
But later. All right, everybody. if you want to donate, much appreciated. We have Venmo at the bottom. We have Cash App at the bottom. You can become a member if you want, and like and subscribe. The like and subscribe thing, that's all free stuff, and that helps YouTube let us know. It's Boozy Beauty, not Betty. I'm sorry, guys. She's great. You have to go look at her stuff. I mean, it's just right on the money. It's like microdot stuff. It's just perfect, you know. But yeah, again, thank you all for being here, and we're gonna maybe do a members only Tuesday. Figure that out. The girls will figure it out. And again, the mods. Please thank my mods. They absolutely rock. They are the best. I have the best mods, hands down. So please thank them all. Shelby, Sammy, Kim, Kristen did a great job with Colleen and Mike. Yeah, I'm blessed. I have the best people behind me. And I have the best viewers. You guys are the best. So again, we will see you guys soon. And again, thank you much for being here. Love you all.